You've got tons of valuable information locked up inside your Salesforce work, right? Customer chats, sales cycles, how products are doing. But the real trick is turning all that raw data into clear, decisive business insights, and that's exactly what we're going to break down right here.
So this is the core idea, you know? The big questions like, who are our best prospects? Or, are my marketing campaigns actually working? The answers aren't some big mystery. They're already sitting right there, just waiting to be uncovered in your data.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, it's one thing to know the answers are in there somewhere, but it's a whole other thing to actually pull them out in a way that makes sense. There's a process, a bridge that takes you from just being curious to having a clear, data-driven answer.
So, to make this all feel real, we're going to follow a story. Meet Sita. She's the CEO, the one with the big picture questions. And then there's Maria, her admin, who knows how to actually go get the answers. This is a setup you see in pretty much every company.
It sounds simple enough, right? I mean, it's a super common, really important question. But, top sellers can mean a whole bunch of different things. This is where the real work starts. And it's not about jumping straight into building. It's about asking more questions first.
Right, because a great answer always starts with a great question. You have to move from that broad what to a really specific how. Let's see how Maria does it.
Okay, so check out how methodical Maria is here. She takes Sita's big question and starts asking these clarifying follow-ups. Things like, hey, when you say top seller, do you mean by revenue or by the number of units we sold? What's the time frame we're talking about? Should we include old products we don't even sell anymore? See how those questions lead to specific requirements, and those requirements become the exact criteria she uses to build the report. Seriously, this translation step, it is the absolute key to getting something useful back.
All right, so once those criteria are locked in, Maria's first tool is the Salesforce report. This is kind of the bedrock of our whole data finding mission. It's where we get into the real nitty-gritty details.
So what is a report at its core? It's really just a list of records that matches the rules you set up. Think of it as your raw material, a powerful list you can slice and dice, filter, group, and summarize to find exactly what you're looking for.
I love this analogy. It's perfect. A report isn't the summary, it's the full-on case file. It's all the evidence, all the line items, all the proof laid out for you to inspect.
Now, before you do anything else, your first step is always choosing a report type. This is like the blueprint for your investigation. It decides which records and which fields you can even see. Getting this right from the start is absolutely critical.
And look, reports are not one size fits all. You can view your data in a few different ways. You've got tabular, which is basically just a simple list, like a spreadsheet. Then summary reports let you group things, like grouping your sales by region and get subtotals. And then matrix reports take it a step further, grouping by both rows and columns, perfect for when you want to see trends over time.
Okay, but once all that detailed detective work is done, you can't just hand someone a giant spreadsheet, right? You need to present your findings in a way that's fast and easy to digest. And that's where dashboards come in.
Yeah, the dashboard is the visual payoff. It takes those key numbers and trends from your reports and turns them into charts, gauges, graphs, whatever tells the story best. It's all about that at-a-glance understanding, which is perfect for a busy CEO like Sita.
This really nails the difference. If the report is that deep dive detective work, the dashboard, that's your front page news story. It gives you the headline, the big takeaway, so you can grasp the situation in seconds. They serve two totally different but equally important purposes. So, okay, we know they work together, but how exactly? What's that crucial link that connects the deep dive report to the high-level dashboard? It's actually pretty direct.
And here it is. Every single chart, every gauge, every number you see on a dashboard, it's all being fed by one single report underneath it. The dashboard is what visualizes the story, but the report is providing all the facts. No report, no dashboard component. It's really that simple.
All right, so you've found the answer, you've made it look great. We're not done yet. The final, and I mean critical step, is making sure the right people can see it, and just as importantly, that the people who shouldn't see it can't.
The whole security thing starts with something we all get: folders. Just like files on your computer, your reports and dashboards live inside folders. And you can set permissions on those folders to control who gets to see them, who can edit them. You can make them public, private, or just share them with certain people.
Okay, now dashboards have this special security feature, and it's called the running user. This is a really important idea to grasp. It means you can set up a dashboard so that everyone who looks at it sees the data from one specific person's point of view. So the entire sales team could look at a dashboard that runs as the sales VP, and everyone sees that same, consistent, high-level picture.
And this gives you two really powerful options. You can have a standard, static dashboard where everyone sees the data through the eyes of one person, or, and this is cool, you can use a dynamic dashboard. With a dynamic dashboard, the running user is, well, it's you, the person who's looking at it right now. This means each sales rep sees a dashboard showing only their own deals, not their managers or their teammates.
And the payoff for this? It's huge. Think about it. Instead of building, say, 40 different dashboards for 40 sales reps, Maria just builds one. Salesforce handles all the security in the background, making sure everyone only sees the data they're supposed to. It's incredibly powerful and efficient.
So let's step back and bring this all home. We've really gone on a complete journey, haven't we? All the way from a simple business question to a securely shared insight.
Let's just quickly walk through that whole journey one more time. 1. It always starts with a business question. 2. You refine it down into crystal clear criteria. 3. You build a report to do that detailed detective work. 4. You create a dashboard to tell that big picture story. And 5. You share that insight securely with the right people.
You know, every click, every record, every closed deal in your Salesforce org is part of a bigger story about your business. And now you have the tools to translate that story. So the only thing left to decide is, which chapter do you want to read first? What questions will you ask?